I have a couple of announcements. So we are going to be making a fun fold card today, and we aren't really following what I've got here because last week I accidentally made this card. So this week we're making something totally different. We're going to make a card called a slide and lock card, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But really quick, I want to share a couple things with you. If you want to get my creative inspiration calendar in your email inbox every single month for free, then you need to sign up for my emails. Below this video, there is a link in the description that says get my emails. Click that link, sign up, and then make sure you follow through and confirm that subscription. And you will be signed up to get my emails, and you'll get the creative inspiration calendar every month in your email inbox. I email it out on the 28th of every month. You'll also find at the bottom of the calendar the host code for the month. So this month's host code goes till December 27th. This is my monthly host code. I have other host codes for special offers and classes and stuff like that, but this is the one that gets you some free goodie from me. This month I'm doing solid faceted gems, free in the mail. I also want to make note that the week of Christmas, I will be on vacation. So I will not be responding to emails. I will not be in my inbox. I'm not going to be doing a YouTube live. I'm taking this entire week off to be with my family, rest, relax, and enjoy before we start the new year in 2023. So I just want to make note of that. So from about Christmas Eve on through the new year, I will not be around very much. Okay. Let's get started. Let's make our card for today. We're making a slide and lock card, and I want to talk to you a little bit about this. Oh, and you know what? Before we get any further, I want to tell you, Stampin' Up! Is doing free shipping on Thursday. That's the day after tomorrow. They're doing free shipping on all orders of $75 or more before tax and shipping. So your $75 order has to be in retail amount, and then the tax and shipping is additional. Well, there is no shipping. It's free shipping. So you're going to want to take advantage of that. Now, I'm going to also be launching a card class on Thursday. So on Thursday only, you're going to be able to double dip. You're going to be able to get the card kits for my card class that I'm doing, and you're going to be able to get free shipping. And that will start on, or that will be on Thursday only. The card class will go till the 19th, but you're only going to get free shipping on the 15th. So I'm just giving you that heads up now. Okay. Now leave your questions, comments, anything you guys have that you want to ask me about in the comment section. And when I'm done making this card with you, I will answer and respond to all of your comments, okay, and your questions. But for now, we're going to hop into the card and get started. So let's talk about this card. I'm going to show you first what we're making, and then we're going to talk about how I came to find this. So this is a new stamp set. Let's talk about that for 1 second. This is called Best Day. This will be in the new catalog that is going to launch in January. So on January 5th, you'll be able to order this, unless, of course, you're a demonstrator, and then you could get it now in your starter kit or as a demonstrator order. So we're going to use this stamp set today because I just think it's super, super cute and fun. Okay, so check this out. We've got this cute little kitty here we've stamped, and we're just going to slide this off, and it opens. Ah, does everybody want to ooh and ah? You can ooh and ah. Send me a little heart in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Isn't this cool? Okay, so then you have to just kind of pinch it at the top. And of course, when I'm doing this on camera, it's going to be harder for me to do. And then, oh, I missed this one. Okay, there we go. And then look, it's back together. Now, I cannot take credit for this design. I want to share how I came to this. My team member, Roberta Timmons, actually showed me how to make this, and she saw it somewhere on TikTok, but she doesn't have the person's information. So really cool card, and we're going to make it today. She did a video on how to make it, and I linked to her video and her blog over on my blog. So if you want to check that out, you can. So we're gonna make this, and I have a whole nother idea for you on how to make this card. So you're gonna see that too. So let's get started. And yes, there is a free project sheet, my friends, over on my blog, so you can get that as well. Okay, so we're going to score at 1.5 and 5 3/4, and we are using a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock that's cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And this paper is the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper from the new celebration brochure. Uh-oh, I did something wrong here. What's happening? This piece of paper is like not cut right. Hold on. Let's do that again. We can't start out with a boo-boo. This has to line up perfectly. So let's cut at 5.5. Maybe that piece of paper was a little cattywampus. Okay. 1.5. And I'm pretty sure it's 5 3/4. 5 3/4. No, of course I don't have my, hold on guys, let me get my iPad so I can look at my measurements. Or my paper, I should say. Yeah, I had it right. Okay, that piece of paper just must have been cut funny. All right, 5 3/4. There we go. So 1.5 and 5 3/4. And then we're gonna fold it, and it should meet in the middle, just like that. This is, you know, I wonder if this whole pack of paper is cut weird. What in the world? Hold on, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. Every once in a while, you get something funky like this going on. Yeah, it is. It's cut see that? It was cut just a little bit off. It wasn't quite 8.5. Okay. Hopefully that solved our problem. Yep, that was it. Isn't that weird? Who knows? Okay. So we're gonna just burnish the edges of these, open it up, and we're gonna add, now this is the Dandy Designs paper, as I said, in the new catalog, celebration. And when I do my card class on Thursday, you'll actually be able to get your hands on a little bit of this paper. I'm gonna send it in the card kits, so that'll be fun. All right, so this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and we're gonna just put it into the center of this card. And I'm just realizing I forgot to cut a piece of white cardstock for the center. That's okay. We're focusing on the slide and lock. So here we're gonna add another piece of Designer Series paper. This piece is cut at 2.5 by 5 1/4. And again, this is, the measurements for all of this are over on my blog. So you don't even have to hang out and see this if you don't want to, because you can just pop right over there and get all the measurements. This piece is cut at 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, but we want you to hang out. I should say that. We want you to hang out. All right, now let's do the slide and lock. What you're gonna need, which is what you're really here for, right? You're gonna need 2 pieces of solid cardstock. For me, I like it to match the card base. So these are 2 inches by 2 inches, Granny Apple Green. These are 2 inches by 2 inches basic white, okay? So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna use tear and tape because I ran out of Stampin' Seal Plus. So there you go. You're gonna take, I gotta order some more. I'm waiting for that free shipping to order, stock up. You're gonna take these little white pieces and you're gonna line them up at the 1 inch mark and score them. Okay, so we have 2 of them. Score that one. And now this lock mechanism will work for no matter what you're doing. You're gonna see that later. And then we're gonna take some tear and tape adhesive and we're gonna cover this 2 inch square pretty good because you don't want anything coming apart, right? So I've got all my edges covered. And then I'm going to come in with my take your pick tool. This tool is so handy if you don't have it. I think it's somewhere between $10 and $12. I am horrible about keeping up with prices. And I just love it. It's got the little sticky on the end here. It's got this little piece that comes out for a pokey tool or a spatula. And then it has another piece. I have two of them, so I cheat. But it has another piece that has the stylus. Really great little tool to just add on to your order if you don't already have one. Highly recommend having it in your Stampin' room. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to fold these guys. Okay. And then burnish the edges, and then we're going to just add them to this piece here. Folding with the opening folded away. So the fold side will butt up to each other. And you don't have to be super precise with when you put them down, except you do, I mean, you want them somewhat, but not super. Okay, so now you have a little piece like this. Now we're gonna take and we're gonna cover these guys like so. And remember, if you're dropping me comments here on this live, I will answer them when I'm finished. I just can't multitask very well. So, you know, hang with me and I'll get to your questions or comments. Okay, so now we've got more adhesive going down. I've got just this one little piece here. And for my other cards that I made, I did use my Stampin' Seal Plus for this part. So you don't have to use tear and tape adhesive, but I ran out of my Stampin' Seal Plus, so tear and tape adhesive was the next strongest thing that I could think of to put this together. I wouldn't recommend using liquid glue because liquid glue usually takes a little bit to set up, and I wouldn't want it to like pull apart when I was trying to assemble. So we're just gonna remove all of these pieces and parts. All right, and then we're gonna take our other piece and put it on top, just like so, lining it up nicely. And now you have your little sliding mechanism. So now I wanna show you the next trick. Before we do our stamping and coloring, let me show you. So to get this to work the way you want it to, you gotta do a little finagling. Okay, so we're gonna put it on here. And I want to show you what's going to happen so that when you make your card, you're not like, what the heck? Okay, so you slide it down and see here how your card kind of like bows up in the middle. You don't want that. So what you do is you just push down and see now it's got a little bow right here. Push down, take your bone folder and just slide it across like that. All this is just pushing the little fold line over a little more. It works perfect, no problems. And now it's nice and flat, okay? Then we're just gonna stamp and add our image here. So this is what the finished card looks like. And we will stamp and color. And then on the inside, I stamped these little candles and the image, the sentiment, and that's it. Isn't that cute? Okay, now the next one I want to show you is using this Regal Reindeer Bundle. The Regal Reindeer Bundle is gorgeous. It is a set that is going to carry over, and I hadn't used it yet. So I thought, you know what? I got to use this because it's just so cute. So here is the Regal Reindeer one. Still using that slide and lock mechanism. It's exactly the same size. It's not any bigger or smaller, same size. And all I did is I scored my cardstock at 2 1/8 on each side. So it's a perfect gatefold card. So I did this so that you could see that really you can put, let's get our little slide back on. Okay, there we go. So really you could score your card any size, the slide and lock is going to work no matter where, as long as it meets together. So this one is scored at the 1.5 and the 5 3/4, and it's a little bit of an offset gatefold card, and I've made those for you guys before. And so your little item works here just fine. The thing is, you just have to be careful about how big your die is that goes over the top, because it might overlap out here, where if you score in the middle, you can do a bigger image, if that makes sense. So let's, just for fun, let's hang out and stamp and color this guy so we can finish this card off. Now, oops, I already have it out here. Now is a great time for me to answer your questions while I'm just coloring and hanging out. So if you're new around here and you're not a friend, we invite you to stay. If you just wanted to come to get the measurements for the card and see how to put it together, that part is over. So you are more than welcome to go to the link below the video that says measurements and supplies. It'll take you right over to my blog. You'll be able to click and download the project sheet there with all the information, okay? So for the rest of us, for my friends that are gonna hang out here with me for a little bit while I color and get this card finished, let me grab my laptop. I should have had this set up, right? But I didn't. So we're going to do it right now. And this is the stamp set we're using. So this is the stamp set that's going to be available on January 5th. And I've got to admit, I'm really over making Christmas cards at this point. They just are not my top priority anymore. Don't get me wrong, I love making Christmas cards, but I've been making Christmas cards since, I don't know when, a long time. So, July maybe, August, something. So I am ready to move on and transition to new cards. All right, let me get into where I can see your comments. Ooh, I've just realized my link is not there. Let me add the link really quick, guys. I hope everybody's doing well today, having a nice day, and enjoying life wherever you are. All right. All right, great, here we go. Now I have your chat. All right, hello in Phoenix, Jean. And we have Marcia visiting in Texas, and Jamie in Kansas, Icy, Minnesota. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Miss Deborah. Wendy in, or Wandy in Florida. We have someone in Michigan. Heather, hello. Cindy, hello. Status of the new catalog. So Jean wants to know the status of the new catalog while we sit and color here, friends. The status is I just got them yesterday. And, oh, I'm so sorry. It's blurry on your end. Shoot. I'm not sure why. You know, unfortunately, it could just be my internet. It's not blurry on my end. That's interesting. Okay. So we're just going to do some coloring. So this is dark Tahitian Tide, and I'm just going to go over the bottom and all the little stripes. All right. So the status of the new catalog is they've just arrived yesterday, and I am going to be getting them labeled and ready for shipping. So they will ship out hopefully on Monday. That is my goal, is to get them shipped out on Monday. So Miss Deborah is going to come Thursday, and she's probably going to be spending a fair amount of time working on getting catalogs ready for me to ship. So the way you get a catalog from me is placing an order with me. If you've placed an order with me in the last 3 months, you're going to automatically get a catalog in the mail. Doesn't matter how much you ordered, just that you have ordered, and I will pop a catalog in the mail to you. So you don't have to do anything. I'm just going back 3 months, and anyone who's ordered from me in the last 3 months will get a catalog. Now, that being said, if you're watching and you're like, I really don't need a catalog in the mail, please tell me. Please send me a message and tell me that you're fine without a catalog and you would rather just shop online, because it does cost a pretty penny to ship catalogs. I'm not going to lie to you. So if you're just going to throw it in the trash, please by all means tell me that so that I don't send you one. I do have a couple people who on occasion say to me, I don't need a catalog. I'm good with just looking online, just save it. So if that's you, please, please let me know. Okay, so we're using Granny Apple Green to color his little bow tie. That was Granny Apple Green Dark. We're going to use Granny Apple Green Light to color in the polka dots on his cupcake. And this just matches our card base. And then we use Tahitian Tide for the other parts. And then of course we have to have a red balloon. So this is Poppy Parade. Okay, let me scroll as I'm doing this to see if there's any other comments. When will you provide the host code to Thursday for those of us that like to order at midnight? It will go up at, oh, actually, yeah, it'll go up at, no, it'll go out tomorrow, Jean. It will go out in the, my email. So if you're on my email list, you'll see it tomorrow. Okay. Now we're going to use Gray Granite Dark. But make sure you don't order until the 15th because you won't get that free shipping. If your order is going to be 75 or more, do not order until the 15th. Just be sure it's the 15th on Mountain Time is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm using Gray Granite Dark to color the bottom where the cupcake meets the kitty because there would be a shadow there. And I'm going to go under his arm with a little shadow. Under his bow tie would have a little shadow. Under his hat would have a little shadow. And we're going to just come down with that. And then we're going to take our light gray granite and just go right over the top of all that dark. And then we're going to go back in and add a little bit more dark. And then we're going to add a few other little details that are super cute. Okay. So let's add a little bit more dark because I want that dark to really show up. Alrighty, there's that. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm reading your guys' comments. You've wanted to make one of these, Jean? I had never seen one. This is the first time. So it looks like a few of you have blurry on your end, which is a bummer. It does look a little blurry on my end now too. I'm not sure why. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the light green and color her eyes green. And then I'm going to go in with the Flirty Flamingo and give her some rosy cheeks. Flirty Flamingo is my favorite color for rosy cheeks. And then I'm also adding a little pink to the inside of her ears. And then she's all done. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to take my light gray granite and just go under the cupcake and add a little shadow. That's all. Oh, and maybe a little bit on the white pom-pom up there. Okay. And then we can just take and glue to our lock mechanism. Isn't that fun? Now, here's what I recommend. If you're not sending this card to a fellow card maker, I would recommend adding a Post-it note on top of this that says slide off. Otherwise, your person that receives this, if it's like, if you're not in person with them, they might be a little confused as to how to get this card. Oh, you know what? We need to finish the inside. We're going to do that. They might be confused how to get this card open. So let me show you. If they do just pull it, it will just pull. Okay. It's not going to like break it. It will just pull open. But you can also let them know if they just slide it. And same with this one. If you just pull it, it's going to pull open. On there that it's not going to open up. But I just think these are the coolest cards ever. I have so much fun making these. So let's finish off the inside of this one. Oh, I'm kind of afraid to, well, you know what? We'll just do it this way. Because I just glued that on. So I'm trying to kind of be careful there. All right. So I need to cut another piece for the inside here. Grab a piece of cardstock. And I'm going to cut it at 3 3/4 by 5. And then I'm going to take daffodil and I'm going to use the little sparklers and I'm going to stamp off once and then stamp them here. I don't want them to be too dark because I don't want them to overshadow the sentiment. And then we're using Granny Apple Green. I'm going to ink up wishing you all the wishes. And we're going to stamp it just kind of right under where the sparklers are at. Hi, Tracy. Adding a Post-it note to cards that are fun folds, if it's a non-card maker you're sending it to, is a really good tip because a lot of people, I've witnessed it where I've given somebody a card like for their birthday or something and they open it and they have no idea how to like finagle it, make it, you know, they know it's like not a normal card, but they're not sure what to do. So I have found just putting a little Post-it note with the direction of like slide up, you know, slide this up. That helps people a lot. All right. So here we're just gonna, here to put it on, you could just pull it open and tuck it in just like that. And then you just boop, slide it down and it slides on great, just like that. Okay. All right. So there's our 3 finished cards and so fun. I've seen people put a little tag at the top that would say, yes, you could also attach some sort of little tag that says pull or something like that. If you have a stamp set that does that, that works too. Whatever works, you know, for you. So yeah, but if they were to just pull it open, it's not going to destroy the card. So there's our fun, cute cards today, guys. I'm sorry that the video is blurry. You know, it's internet. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this card. If you did enjoy this tutorial, I always appreciate when you click on the thumbs up on my videos and subscribe to my channel. And the super most awesome blessing is when you share the video with your friends. So if you could do that, that's super appreciated. And I thank you so much for being here with me today. And sorry again about the blurry video. I'm not sure why that it's doing that today. So thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.